You want to learn how to do amazing sandbags the easiest and cheapest way? Get a coffee and let's get started. Hey, what's up, friends? Here are some of the putty available on the market that you can use to create your sandbags. The milliput, I would say the milliput standard is probably the best choice because the fine one is more for tarp and different things like that. But there's so many other options that will be cheaper and easier to do. My clay of choice is the air dry clay by Crayola. So basically you have over 1 kilo of putty for less than $10. So if you want to have it for yourself to do your own sandbags, I will leave a link in the description below that you can have it. Another really good option is the DAS clay. Every modeler should have DAS clay. You can do bags, you can do whatever you want with it. It's a super nice putty and it's also cheap, less than $10. Also, to create your sandbags, you will need some tools. You don't need sophisticated tools, but like the tweezers with say thin ears or whatever you call it. A razor blade if you want to cut your sandbags in small pieces. You can also use some sculpting tools, but my favorite choice of all, and everybody has it at home, is the famous toothpick. You can do anything with toothpicks. Another thing you will need is some kind of a painter's tape or masking tape. It's only a matter of doing some guidelines. This way your sandbags will be the exact size you were looking for. So in this case we will do 1/35 scale sandbags. So before we start rolling some putty, basically I just want to make some kind of a jig. I'm from the welding industry, so that's why I'm using jig. But you're basically drawing a plan for your sandbags. So basically you're gonna roll a sausage of putty that will be 7 millimeter, and to basically draw another 2 lines of 10 millimeter. That will be the length of your sandbag when you're gonna press it. And also the other dimension is 15 millimeters length for your sandbags. So by drawing everything on a piece of masking tape, it's a lot easier after that because you can produce massive amount of sandbags in a short amount of time. Knowing that sandbags can be a really nice asset to any of your vignettes or diorama, or if you play board games, for example Warhammer or whatever it is, because I'm not familiar with those games. But honestly, it's basically an add-on that's gonna give a lot more details to your table, your diorama, or your vignettes. So after that, using a part of your kilos of cheap dirt and putty that we're using, we're just gonna make a sausage that will be 7 millimeters wide. And if you can fit it in your template that you did, you're just gonna move out to the 10 millimeter section, and you're just gonna press down just to make sure that everything will be 10 millimeters wide. This way you will make sure that your sandbags will all have the same dimension. So after that, you're just going to use your razor blade and with the guideline that you already draw on your template, you just cut it in it's 15 millimeters wide. So basically it's a simple and easy process. So you're just gonna cut your first sausage, and that's the way it is. Again guys, if you enjoy what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. I will be posting video every single week. I will try to, but that's the way it is, with a lot of plenty of tutorials and DIY or different things like that. So for this part, you can just shape your sandbags with your bare hands. There's a lot of tools you will see later that you can use to get your sandbags more real, I would say. But this way is honestly, it's super easy. You just sculpt the edges of your sandbags, and you just do some kind of a little pile to do some kind of a wall of sandbags. So it's an easy process. It's a fun process also. But again, it's gonna add so much details to your diorama, your board games, or whatever you need it for. So you can do massive amount of sandbags. So another way of doing it is you see that sandbags has some kind of texture on the side of it. So you can use your sculpting tools to sculpt the texture of our real sandbags. You can also have a lot more details. But again, you can use just a regular toothpick. It's my favorite tools to do, I would say, almost anything. So anybody can do it at home. So with your $10 kilos of putty and your toothpick, you can use and do thousands of sandbags. So it's super cheap, super easy, and it's pretty fun to do sandbags. So those one are 1/35 scale, but you can adjust it for if you're working with 172, or now it's becoming more popular 1/16 scale. So basically you're just doing a small wall. It's super easy, and after that you can also sculpt your sandbags after you did your wall. So with the sculpting tools, it's super easy, but again, you can also use your toothpick. Another great tools is using a tweezer. Like you see on a photo, there's some ply or on regular sandbags in World War II. So by using your tweezer, like a really thin head of pliers, you can mimic the details of a sandbags. Another trick, if you want to build a wall of sandbags, is using water. Water will work as a kind of a fixing agent or kind of a glue, so your sandbags will stick together, and basically you're just using tap water, and it's gonna act exactly if you glue it together. So it's an easy way to basically build some details, but I would say one advice: build your wall before it dries, so it's a lot easier this way. With this clay, you probably have, I would say, a good 4 or 5 hours to basically sculpt and do your magic with your sandbags. But so it's easy. Another easy way to do multiple sandbags and do some crazy wall of it is to just score your sandbags into your 10 millimeters wide and just sculpt in place. This way you're just gonna make a row of sandbags, and you just can pile it on top of one another. So in this case, like I said, just use your razor blade again, and instead of cutting individually your sandbags, you're just gonna do some kind of row, and you're gonna put your sandbags on top of one another. So you can build multiple sandbags and multiple rows and walls of sandbags this way. It's super easy, and again, it's super realistic. Another good way of using your sandbags is I would say pimp up your model. In this case, it's a 1/35 Sherman tank, a US Sherman tank. So there's a lot of Sherman tank who has a lot of sandbags in front of them. So they transport sandbags, or they just use sandbags for, I would say, more protection to avoid getting hit and things like that. So it's not rare that you see a Sherman tank with multiple sandbags. So it's another fun usage of using your sandbags if you're building a Sherman tank, or there's other tanks that will basically have sandbags on it. So another great way again is to use it on your diorama. This one is a diorama that I'm building. It's basically from Germany, 1945. But I'm just gonna add I'm just gonna spread, I would say, some details sandbags. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, guys.